It's 5:46. From bowling to curling, the winter sport is gaining popularity in Western New York.
And a lot of that is thanks to the Buffalo Curling Club. They have leagues and lessons for people who want to try their hand at the sport. So new this morning, 7 News reporter James Catato is telling us more about how you can check it out. Hi, James.
Hey guys, good morning. Curling in Buffalo has a past that stretches back centuries, if you'd believe it. The Buffalo Curling Club opened their new indoor facility 6 years ago to continue that storied tradition. And even though they lost a few years from the pandemic, they're continuing their own story now. This ice looks a lot different than the lake out at Delaware Park. That's because curling has come a long way in the city of Buffalo since teams would take the lake in the 1880s to play in games. They would come from all across North America to play in bonspiels, which is a Scottish term that literally means curling tournament. The word is now common in the Buffalo Curling Club as they host weekly leagues and tournaments and a couple of hurdles with the pandemic, but the sport is often running in the 716.
Because you get groups of 8 or 10 people who come in and say, I want to try, I've never done it.
Yeah.
But then we do learn to curls. We come back for a 4-hour learn to curl and they'll focus on each section of the game a little closer. And then from there, people go into learning leagues and come into regular leagues.
When you see it on TV, maybe you see it in the Olympics, you see a rock and a couple of brooms. So naturally, I wanted to give it a shot.
Bring it back a little bit, push forward. It's just that simple.
Couldn't be too bad, right?
Not far, just slide. Backwards already.
Okay, maybe not. They even gave me an extra set of handlebars for good measure.
It's awkward. In 5 minutes, it won't be that awkward, trust me.
But it was still really awkward.
Nope.
I feel like I'm about to rip my pants.
Well, that happens.
In curling, the biggest challenge, especially for a beginner, it's adding the curling rock itself.
Now you've got 42 pounds in this hand, so now you've got to overcome the inertia of that at rest.
And on the other side of the ice, think of a curling broom like hockey skates.
When you play hockey, you've got edges that are concave, inside, outside edge. But when you're riding, you're actually riding on a thin bead of water. That's why it's so fast.
The broom's got nothing to do with...
Can't speed it up, can't turn the direction. All it can do is make it can reduce the friction to allow it to slide farther, or it can reduce the friction so it doesn't curl as much. That's all the broom does.
And it just warms up the ice.
On a microscopic level, yes. That's why sweeping like this doesn't do anything. You got to get down on it.
You could look at curling like one big physics lesson, but sometimes
that's not all bad.
You just have to let it go.
That's going to wind up better than you think. That's curling. Curling 101.